Welcome to the learning module, Rule Books. Understanding how adopted rules are used in the legislature to guide procedure is an important skill for legislative insiders. This is an example of a Senate rule book. Currently, the Senate has 53 Senate rules and 21 joint rules. This is an example of a House rule book. Currently, the House rule book contains 77 House rules and 21 joint rules. Printed House and Senate rule books include the adopted rules of the Chamber, joint rules, statutory provisions, constitutional provisions, and an index. Online rules are updated as soon as the amended rules are adopted, and the updates are posted online immediately. Joint rules are posted online separately from House and Senate rules. House, Senate, and joint rules can be accessed on the legislative website's homepage. At the beginning of each legislature, the House and Senate adopt rules. Traditionally, senators and representatives adopt the rules from the previous legislature. Until they adopt those rules, they are under no obligation to use any of the rules of the previous legislature. Adoption of rules expires at the end of each two-year legislature. Adoption of the rules requires a majority vote. Later, to change or amend the rules requires approval of 2/3 of the membership. In the hierarchy of governing authorities for legislative bodies, adopted rules are subject only to the Constitution. Here's the hierarchy of legislative authority, starting with the highest authority, the Constitution, then adopted rules, custom, usage, and precedents, statutes, and then last, the parliamentary authority Mason's Manual. Joint rules address procedures that affect both the House and Senate and are adopted by both houses when they adopt their own rules. In case of conflict, joint rules trump House and Senate rules. House and Senate rules can be amended during session with a simple resolution, either a House resolution or a Senate resolution. These resolutions require 2/3 of the membership's approval. Joint rules can be amended during the session with a concurrent resolution from either house, a House concurrent resolution or a Senate concurrent resolution. These concurrent resolutions require 2/3 of the membership's approval in both houses. Here's an example of a House resolution to amend House Rule 64. Here's an example of a Senate resolution to amend Senate Rule 20. Rules are changed infrequently in the House and more often in the Senate. Here's a list of House, Senate, and joint rules that were updated during the 2016 session. Now that you understand how House, Senate, and joint rules are updated and used in the legislature, continue to increase your legislative IQ by viewing all of the learning modules in the Legislative Learning Lab.